What do you do when someone disagrees with you in English? Do you get angry? Do you stay silent? Most English learners freeze up during political conversations. But Americans do this all the time. And they rarely fight. So how do they do it? Today, I'm showing you exactly how. Hey, I'm your host from Daily English Edge. In this lesson, you'll learn 5 powerful phrases that native speakers use to discuss politics without starting arguments. These aren't formal or boring. They're real expressions you'll hear in coffee shops, offices, and living rooms across America. By the end of this video, you'll feel confident jumping into any political conversation in English. This is the most natural way to disagree respectfully. Instead of saying, "I disagree," Americans say, "I see where you're coming from, but..." The first part shows you listened. The second part gives your opinion. Listen to how it sounds. "I see where you're coming from, but I think the situation is more complicated than that." Notice, you're not saying the other person is wrong. You're saying you have a different perspective. This phrase keeps the conversation open and friendly. Americans love this one because it shows respect and confidence at the same time. You're saying yes, the other person made a good argument, and you have something valuable to add. For example, "That's a fair point, and I'd also say we need to look at the economic impact." This phrase never makes anyone feel attacked. It's collaborative. You're not against them. You're adding to the conversation. This is how intelligent people debate in American culture. This phrase is pure gold. Even if you completely disagree, saying, "I hadn't thought about it that way," shows intellectual honesty. Americans respect this. You don't have to agree with the other person. You're just saying their perspective is worth considering. For example, "I hadn't thought about it that way. Let me think about that." This keeps the door open for real dialogue. You sound intelligent, open-minded, and mature. Nobody feels defensive when you say this. This is slightly different because it acknowledges emotions, not just logic. Politics isn't always rational, it's personal. So Americans say things like, "I understand why you feel that way, though I think we should prioritize education first." You're validating their feelings while expressing your view. This is advanced emotional intelligence in English. It shows you're not just smart, you're emotionally aware. That's when people really listen to you. Finally, the secret weapon, questions. Instead of making statements, ask, "What's your take on this?" Or, "How do you think this would actually work?" Questions invite dialogue instead of debate. They show genuine curiosity. Native speakers know that the person who asks questions controls the conversation without seeming aggressive. This is what separates casual English learners from fluent speakers. You're not just exchanging opinions, you're having a real conversation. That's English for everyday life that builds relationships. These 5 phrases will transform how you sound during political discussions. You'll no longer sound defensive or angry, you'll sound thoughtful and respectful. The key is this: Americans don't avoid disagreement. They manage it with intelligence and respect. Start practicing these phrases today, and you'll notice people listen to you differently. Subscribe to Daily English Edge for a new English lesson every single day, and I'll see you in the next one.